Welcome back, everyone, to the Cancel for Maintenance podcast. If this is your first time joining us, we are a show that takes a behind-the-scenes look into the gritty, non-glamorous life of aircraft maintenance. We share some laughs, impart some wisdom, all in hopes of giving you that split seconds relief in your day that can hopefully prevent a mishap. I am your co-host, Six.
I'm MVP.
And our third host, Shoreline, is here again in the back, silently monitoring our audio and making sure our faces stay fit for radio. Today, we decided to do this as a bonus episode just because, well, for one, we're pretty jazzed about some projects and some events that are coming up that we may have a physical footprint on. And it's also one of those, like, I'm pretty excited about it. And I feel like the best way to not lessen it, but the only way to, like, ease the excitement to kind of make me start thinking logically again is just to talk about it.
Well, you should be excited about it. I mean, truth be told, you did all the legwork to get us accepted to it.
Yeah. I mean, I think the legwork is, it's easy to sell something, or not sell, but it's easy to show how good something is when it's already been good. You know what I mean? Like, if you're coming to something cold and be like, hey, buy this, or hey, what do you think about this? Like, I have no freaking clue what that's about. And let's just say we have tried some stuff like that where we were brand new and trying to get people to be cool with us. And it was a little hard to kind of make that easy to swallow. So one of the big events that we have going on, well, let me start with the smaller ones. So we co-sponsored a scholarship with Women Rock Wings, Women with Wings, and Hover with Hargis. So it's a $500 scholarship towards being an AMP for AMT training, or it pays $500 for a discovery flight for you to see if a certain type aircraft is your thing, and if you want to pursue that being a pilot. I think the announcement for that is going to be held at the Hover with Hargis Women with Wings Aviation Gala in February, which they'll hand out the scholarship and a bunch of other awards. And I'm going to say, man, like, this is like the second organization where we've co-sponsored a grant or a scholarship, and the fact that we're even able to do something like that, I tell you, it's going on my bucket list checklist. You know what I mean? Like,
well, yeah, I mean, we talked about it again, even in the initial thoughts of this of doing a podcast years ago. And said, well, what are some of our goals? And right out the gate, we said, it would be awesome to be able to have like a scholarship or be part of a scholarship or whatever to help some other aspiring A&P get through school. And and here we are.
Yeah. Now, I mean, like, there's other organizations that probably dole out like full ride scholarships and stuff. Now, I would love to be able to do that. We're slowly getting there. But I mean, let's be real. Any kind of money that's not from your pocket to help with anything is a big deal. So we're trying to work our way to it to get to full rides, or at least pay for a decent amount. But, we're slow crawl, everybody. But the fact is, we're able to do something, and other organizations are able to provide us the avenue to do that. That's huge. And thanks again to Hover with Hargis, Women with Wings, and Women Rock Wings to allow us the opportunity to do such a thing. And for those that are applying, or those who have applied already and they're going through the process of seeing who gets the award, hey, best of luck to all of you, and we hope that you guys make the absolute best out of it. Another one that I'm especially excited about is one of our goals was to do more in-person live events, like either as participants or as some kind of press or media or something, where we're actually in conventions, in expos, in conferences, just like meeting everybody, both in the industry, new and old, present, past, whatever. Because that's another way to like really like dive into the experience besides actually working, right? I'm a big nerd myself, so I love going to conventions. And it's one of those experiences you can't really describe. It's kind of something you have to go to really understand what it feels like. I think like the closest thing to that is like going to like a Disneyland that's catered specifically to what you like, right? I guess if Disneyland's your thing, then everything about Disneyland makes you excited. But so
imagine a Disneyland that's tailored to your skill set your strengths, professional strengths.
That's true. Yes, exactly. Man, you're so articulate together. I am terrible with words right now.
I think it's all the lacquer I've inhaled from the woodworking I've been doing in my shop.
Hey man, but that's self-care, man. Some hobbies, man, like they really just they have a way of like really like giving that therapy that you didn't know you need. You know, like the therapy of your hands, if that makes any sort of sense for people.
I guess maybe I'm like an Eversur in Warhammer 40K.
Yeah,
I'm all high and pumped up on drugs, and I'm feeling pretty good about myself until the inevitable decline and the drugs kill me. the lacquer kills me.
Off tangent with the Eversource, man. I when you shared that with me, I had some idea of Eversource, but I thought that was just like from the Assassins branch of the Astartes. The Codex. But when we dove into that as lore-wise, like, wow, this is some craziness.
Yeah, everybody's afraid of them.
Yeah. So off tangent before we go off tangent.
Think about it like this. Most of you have probably seen the Predator movies, and in there they talk about when a predator loses, he doesn't really lose. He takes everybody with him, and at the end where they set that bomb on their arm, that's kind of what an Eversur is. You can take one down, very difficult to do, but you can do it. But you're not going to survive it either.
It's like a win-lose, right? We won, but we all lost.
I killed you, but but the Eversur is going to annihilate everything within a 1 kilometer radius.
Yeah, big win. Not so much Pyrrhic victory, as we would call that. So, going back on topic, so one of our major goals is to attend events in person, live, and experience everyone's business and experience like the convention setting, and then also like if other people who are there experiencing their first convention or however many expo, they can actually see us and we can interact with them. And it's one thing to hear people or see people. It's another thing to actually see them live, right? It's kind of like when you listen to your favorite band, you bump it on the stereo. It's an experience, but when you actually go to a concert and see them play and do their thing, I'm like, wow, this is cool,
Yeah, I hope it's not like some bands where you're so amped to see them in person that when you finally get to see them, you love the band, yeah, and when you finally get to go see them in person and they just underperform, and you're like, I'm heartbroken. So, like, that's how I was, unfortunately, with the Chili Peppers, right? The Red Hot Chili Peppers. God, I was so amped to go see them, and just something was off with them that night, and pretty upset.
I feel it. It's one band, though, again, going off tangent, what's one band that they were cool on the radio, but seeing them live was freaking amazing, was, believe it or not, was Papa Roach, right?
Yeah, they weren't too bad. I remember seeing them at Rock on the Range years ago at the Rock on the Range festival.
So, like, I didn't know this at the time. Like, I only knew 2 songs from Papa Roach, which was Last Resort and
Cut My Life Into Pizza. This is my plastic fork.
Yeah, was Last Resort and Scars. Those were the only 2 songs I knew, right? And then they had this concert where they were playing. It's like, whatever, let's go, right? Because we were just had this mood to want to go into a concert. We saw them play, and I'm like, wow, I didn't know they had so many songs, and they were jamming, man. And the experiences they had, they shared a couple of stuff that really made people connect with the audience. So hopefully that's the experience, like people listen to us, like, okay, yeah, I can kind of sort of vibe with these guys, and then they see us in person, like, wow, they're way better in person. I'm gonna listen to more of their stuff.
Yeah, I mean, comparing us to concerts, right? Like I went to a Metallica concert for their 72 Eras tour, and fantastic. I hope we're like Metallica in concert, and I hope people's experience with us is like, this might be an unpopular opinion, but a Coldplay concert. Now, I don't know if anybody out there has been to a Coldplay concert, but my wife Kool-Aid took me to one, and I got to tell you, probably the best concert and show I have ever seen of any live music ever.
I hear that a lot with Coldplay, because I'll be honest, like a lot of stuff with Coldplay, we're going on a huge tangent here, but what I noticed with Coldplay is like their music on the stereo, it has like this certain vibe to it, right? You kind of have to be in a certain mood to really dig it. But when you're in concert or in person with them, right? You guys kind of feed each other, right? And when you're hyped, they're hyped. And then when they're hyped, they hype you up more, and it turns in like this feedback loop of just awesome. And that's just the experience I hear with people who go to a Coldplay concert. Like
there's no way you really leave unhappy. And I think the only way you would is if it got right up to the point and they would cancel it as you're sitting in the stands. That'd probably leave you a sour taste in your mouth. But but if you make it through the entire show, I don't think you're leaving there in a bad mood.
Right. So that's the goal.
I hope that's the experience people have with us.
Right. And so to kind of take the edge off my excitement is there's a helicopter expo. It's probably like the single largest helicopter expo. It's called
it's not the Catalina wine mixer too. I know all you motherfuckers out there are thinking it's the goddamn Catalina wine mixer.
I mean, that would be cool too. What up with it?
It would be cool, but it's not.
It's not. So it's called the High Healy Expo. High Healy Expo 2024, same. And this coming year, it's going to be on the last week of February, and it's going to be at the Anaheim Convention Center. So for all you Disneyland goers, get a 2-for-1 special, going to see helicopters and airplanes, and then you go over to Disneyland or vice versa, whichever. But it's going to be the High Healy Expo in 2024, the last week of February. And yours is truly, plural.
Or if you're from Pittsburgh, Yins truly
are going to be there. And that's huge for us. And that's the reason why we're so excited, because this is another one of our goals that we've been wanting to hit since the COVID locked us up. They canceled freaking everything. We were so jazzed. We had all sorts of stuff lined up. We're going to go to these shows. We're going to go to this air show. We're going to go to this concert, or not concert, but this convention. And COVID hit, and they canceled everything. Like we were gonna have a first show out at the Miramar Air Show some years ago, and then they canceled it for all sorts of reasons, and that kind of just killed the vibe for a whole lot of things. And so, like, just to do any type of live event, it was like by invitation only, or you gotta pay like a very high gate price, or you kind of have to be like in this circle of well-knowns, let's say that. Yeah. And it just wasn't in the cards for us at the time. Or if it was always somewhere like very far, very out of our price range, very out of our patronage range. So it just wasn't something we were able to do. And then here comes like the High Healy Expo. And so it's well within our range to go. It's well within our range to just be regular attendees. And then we got the green light to not only go there, but also be there on behalf of the show. Not just spectators. We're going there as like media podcasters. So that's huge for us.
Yeah, that's a massive win. Like, hey, you guys can not only be here, but like they've given us some green lights already to like, hey, if you guys want to do some recordings, here's some options,
Yeah. So that's, again, everyone at the High Healy Expo, like we haven't met you yet, but thank you so much. Like, we absolutely love you guys for the fact that you're giving us this opportunity. And for those of you who are listening, if you've been curious about going to a helicopter expo or the High Healy Expo, please do, by all means. Like, from the word that we've been hearing about people who have attended it in the years prior, it's a fun time. I mean, if you like airplanes, if you like helicopters, if you like turning wrenches, if you like seeing anything aviation, High Healy is probably one of the best ones to go to. And so,
I'm not going to lie, this will be my first expo, convention, aviation, anything. I mean, I went to the Oshkosh Air Show once in like 2007, and that was it. I think that's the only thing I've really been to. And what I remember most there was the F-22 coming screaming in, and then pulling a straight vertical, and then climbing out of eyesight. And then the biplanes. For planes, like, I love biplanes. I don't know what it is about biplanes that I enjoy the most, but I love to see a good old biplane and those radio motors. I don't know. Just something about that is my cup of tea.
Well, I think for me too, it's also with the sound certain planes make, you know, like it's cool hearing things scream by and destroy the sound barrier as they fly over you. That's amazing. I love it. But there's something about like biplanes and two-bladed helicopters when they do the wop wop noise, and like you can almost hear it like rumbling the ground
Cardi
as
B noise. Another off tangent topic. Did you see the overdub where they put Star Wars, but it was they overdubbed the sounds with noises that Cardi B makes?
Yes. Oh man, timeless. Some things are just timeless. But yeah, just like seeing those, and air shows are one thing because air shows is just like that wow in your face kind of thing, right? And they have like a set program of how they do things, and they maybe have like a little bit of time for interaction. So it's almost like a concert in of itself. Like you see it from afar, and you maybe if you're in the pit crew, you can see, touch, and hold, and maybe have some autographs. But for the most part, for general public, you know, you're kind of at the fence and just kind of watching things as they do their thing. But like with a convention or an expo, like they're parked, they're there. You get to see the teams, you get to see the people who do what they do, and somewhere times or another they have panels of people explaining certain experiences or handing out some advice. So it's an entirely different experience. And the expos that I've seen, I think I've only been to one other aviation expo, but it wasn't like the aircraft wasn't there. It was more like it was kind of like a hiring fair almost. So like they have like mock-ups of their airplanes, or they had like little models that simulated, but there wasn't that, and maybe a TV that's playing some of their stuff, but that was about it. So so this is another reason why I'm excited, or we're excited, is because they have the airplanes that they flew in on just parked there in the expo, so we can see, touch, hold, interact with the air crew and the people who make things happen with those airplanes. And so, I mean, that's just mind numbing already. I'm like jazzed up just to see that happen, and I'm pretty sure the people who are going to be attending there are going to have the same sort of feeling. So we're kind of like riding that joy wave, so to say, of we're having a fun time being here, and then there's other people who are having a fun time seeing aviation or experiencing aviation. So it's going to be a good mix of us interacting with people who are also on that aviation euphoria, I guess, so to speak.
Yeah, we'll be interacting with other enthusiasts as well, but we're also going to be interacting with, I think, maintainers. We're going to be interacting with the sales reps, right?
Mm-hmm.
From each of these, so you know they're going to know all the stats and whatever else of the helicopters and other aircraft you're going to see. They're going to tell you some little bit of backstories of it. We're going to meet some owner operators, I'm sure, and they can tell you what their personal experience is owning a particular type and model.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be we're going to get a lot of different perspectives from all ends of the aviation industry at this, I think.
I believe so too. And then usually with expos or conventions or conferences, that's when you get like the behind the scenes stuff. It's like the close kept secrets almost, right? Like, this one story, people know it as this, but this is what really happened. Or let me tell you a story that doesn't really make the news or whatnot. So like you get to experience those, and those are the ones I really like to hear, right? Like we see the magazine footage, we seen a magazine coverage, we seen the news footage and all this other stuff. But when you actually hear it from the people who are there, that's a different experience of itself. And that's something I'm extremely jazzed for. So High Healy Expo 2024, last week of February, we're going to be there. We're most likely going to be shooting an episode there. I say shooting like we're got cameras and stuff, but so we're going to be doing an episode there, hopefully, depending on the setup and how everything's going to be going. If you so happen to see us, please stop us, say hi, high five us, tell us if you love our show, tell us you hate our show, whatever the case may be. It's interaction.
Well, actually, if you hate the show, you probably aren't going to hear this anyways, because you've probably stopped listening already. But if you just happen to tune in on this episode particular, and you didn't really care for it, and you see us at the expo, just what's the new Doja Cat song with the background music goes "Walk On By"? just go ahead and keep on.
just keep on. But we're all about that interaction. We love to interact with all of you. Please come see us, stop us, say hi. I would say ask our autograph, but I'm not that cool for us to give autographs, but we'll do it if you ask for it. And please, by all means, like, if you've been thinking about going, please do go. If not for us, obviously, but for other stuff at the expo, meeting other people.
For your own experience and edification and just all around good time.
Yeah. And plus, who doesn't like airplanes? Airplanes, helicopters, all the like, man. And then usually expos is when they throw out like, here's what we plan to do for the future kind of things, right? Like simulators, virtual reality stuff, different airplane models that are in the mix, or it's in the works right now, and they kind of just show you like this working prototype model. That's when you see all kinds of new stuff.
Yeah, I'm curious to see some maybe new engine designs by some of the manufacturers. I wonder if there's going to be any setups. Some of the engine manufacturers, the turbine engines, they're talking about hydrogen powered, and they're talking about more fuel efficient. I know we've discussed that in a few episodes. It'll be kind of interesting to see if some of those manufacturers there, and they do have models up for the more fuel efficient, to kind of show how it makes it more fuel efficient, and to talk to those experts from those businesses that can give you the in-depth knowledge of new age technology, right? And we might even see new materials. I don't know what's more lightweight and strong than carbon, Kevlar, titanium, but I'm sure somebody's developing something out there out of hemp seeds, Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be a great time. If not just to oogle at the planes, you get to see all kinds of new stuff. And then say if you're an aviation professional, this could be more ways to expand your knowledge base. I think they offer some classes that you can attend where like it counts as material for your own professional development, like safety training or underwater ditching or first aid or something like that. There's all kinds of events there. So if I'm sorry, you said underwater ditching for a second. I thought you were making a joke about like digging ditches underwater, right? Like underwater basket weaving. Everybody always makes that joke. And I was like, oh no, that means like egress out of an aircraft when it's underwater in the event of a water landing. What a jag I am. I mean, I'm the same way too. So like sometimes when people say it goes over my head and I understand it a certain way, like, oh, that's what you meant. Wow, I'm a dumb. So for those of you, if you've been interested, look it up. Just Google High Healy, HAIHELI Expo, or just go to HealyExpo.com and it'll pop you right there. So we're looking forward to our first in-person event as a podcast. We hope to see everybody there, the High Healy staff, other professionals, both with the helicopters, the aviation, different business groups, other podcasters, hopefully, other media sources. We're looking forward to all this. This is going to be like Christmas for us almost, like, because we're nerds like that. We love going to those type of events and being able to interact and, like expand ourselves both professionally and appease the nerdism or the nerddom. That's going to be a fun time. So, and again, if you see us or if you see our, like our logo or our banner or something that, that resembles us, please, by all means, like say hi, tell us stuff about what you find most interesting about the show or what some ideas you would like for us to talk about on the show. And you know what I mean? Like we're all about that because our main goal is to help build the maintenance community up, because especially for us, like for the maintenance side of the house, like we have a lot to say, but very few of us actually say it, or we say it amongst ourselves and it doesn't go anywhere. So yeah, wow, I'm actually pretty jazzed. I'm more excited, which is weird.
Yeah, you wanted to talk about it to calm yourself down, but now you just got all worked up. But I mean, it's exciting, right? This, like I said, for me, it's my first expo ever, so I don't know what to expect. I just have the pictures I can see online, and that's kind of it. But it looks very, very exciting. And the fact that we've been given, approval to go and approval to be there as podcasters, as media, is even more so. It's, that's kind of cool that they recognize what we do, and they said, yeah, by all means.
Yeah, that's a huge win. That's a huge like dream come true for us. I would say like the next one we would love to do, which is another goal of ours, is to maybe attend the AMC, like the aircraft maintenance competition. Cool. Maybe not as competitors because things don't bend a twist as they do anymore. But just to
but it'd be cool to be there as like I don't know, like an event sponsor or a team sponsor, or something. I don't know. It'd be really neat.
It would be really neat. I would love to go to one of those, especially because like it's a convention catered solely to aircraft maintenance. It celebrates aircraft maintenance. It showcases aircraft maintenance professionals doing their absolute best with the competition. It's Disneyland for aircraft mechanics, and that's one of the biggest things we want to go to besides the High Healy Expo, which I'm just mind blown over all of it. So that's another goal. That's a bucket list item that we have on the board, and hopefully we're able to make that happen someday sooner. Hopefully sooner than later. But I'm ready for it. Like, bring it on. Meet us. Come see us. We look forward to experiencing all of this with all of you.
Yeah, and I'm sure we'll have a couple of episodes coming out of it too, with it, things we've learned, things we saw, our overall experience. It'll be good.
Yeah,
it'll be really good. Let
us know too, like if you guys would like us to maybe not live stream it, because I think that's a little over the top, but maybe like show like little Snapchat stories or Instagram stories of like certain things, like here's the entrance, here's a feature, or here's like an event that you think you'd love to attend, something like that. So maybe like help you make your decision to go for the future if you aren't able to attend this one. Let us know, man. Like that's what we're here for. We're here to help grow the maintenance community, help grow the aviation community as a whole, and then hopefully give back to every single one of you who are out there listening. Anything else, Mr. MVP?
Nope, just looking forward to that expo and what comes.
Yes, sir. And once again, thank you so much to the High Healy Expo staff for, again, giving us the opportunity to attend as podcasters. And we look forward to meeting each and every one of you. And hopefully this grows into a bigger, like a continuing relationship. And for everyone else in attendance, we hope that if you listen to our show, we hope we live up to the hype, or maybe actually expand the hype where we turn into like a Coldplay concert where you felt some sort of way coming to us and now you feel an even better sort of way leaving after seeing us. That's the hope anyway. Well, on that note, everyone, hey, let us know what you think. Like what sort of things would you like to see at an expo? What sort of expo experiences have you had? And what sort of do's and don'ts that you think we should know about? What sort of people would you like to see? And if we're able to like go to any other expos, what sort of ones would you recommend? Let us know in the comments. Let us know in our social medias, our website, or email. The absolute best way to get a hold of us and interact with us is on our Discord channel via Patreon. We have all sorts of conversations like this where we nerd out and hype and talk about things we would like to do in the future and how we plan to do it. So again, that's the best way to get a hold of us. On that note, hey, we thank you all again for listening, and we'll see you all again on the next one. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
We would like to take this time to thank our patrons for supporting our show and allowing us to make episodes, maintain our gear, and create merch for all of our listeners. With special thanks to Erica Lamont, Chris Hawkins, Eric Shaw, Dan Schubert, Ryan Frushauer, Kyle Keir, Mike Sherwood, Caleb Stockhill, and Jennifer Brofer. Thank you all so much for your support and patronage. If you like our show, please support us on Patreon. You'll receive awesome perks like access to our private Discord, discounts and early access to our merch, first glimpse of our comics and other projects, and so much more. You can further support us and show off your prowess as an aircraft specialist by visiting our shop at cancelformaintenance.com. If you like classy or rugged watches, visit our affiliate Rockwell Time at rockwelltime.com. Use the code CX, the number 4MX to save 10% off your total order. If you have suggestions for the show or you'd like to be a guest on the show, send us a line on our contact us section at cancelformaintenance.com and we'll do what we can to get both your ideas and yourself on the show. Please support us on social media like Facebook at Cancel for Maintenance, Instagram at CANX for Maintenance Podcast, or Twitter at CXMX Podcast. Please check out our new comic series on the Tapas app. Like, share, subscribe, and comment on our comics. Let us know what you think. Thank you all so much for your support and listenership, and we will catch you all next time.